What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Omar BYT. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And listen, man, this is the first Barcelona news roundup I'm doing live, guys. So bear with me, guys. This is going to be very interesting because a lot of people have been telling me that I should try and go live in these videos. So I've decided for the first time I'm gonna go live on the Barcelona news roundup. And listen, guys, we have a lot of topics that we need to talk about. Obviously, there's a lot of things that happened this week with the Barcelona signing Dani Olmo. We've got Fermin Lopez, Eric Garcia, and Pau Kobashi. Both, all three of them winning the gold medal, man. What a game that was. What an amazing game that was. And we also have basically the Nico Williams deal. And also we have the alternative to Nico Williams. So listen, guys, like, share, and listen. Place your comments on the comment section. Tell me what you think of some of these news. Firstly, where do we start? I mean, there's only one place we can start, guys. Let's talk about it, guys. There it is. Dani Olmo, what feels like forever, has finally completed his move to Barcelona. This is an amazing deal for the club, guys. I'm very happy about this. I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna be very honest with you because, like I said, I've already mentioned this yesterday when I was talking about Dani Olmo on the channel, where I basically said, for me, this is a deal that we needed. We needed this deal, guys. Like this was an extremely important deal, and finally we got it done. And listen, guys, this is a top signing for us. Let's not joke around. He's an absolutely amazing player. I've already talked about my opinions about him, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a good deal. Hey, big up, man. What's going on? But yeah, basically, Barcelona, we've completed now the signing. What is next? Now, I've already split my opinions about Dani Olmo. I believe that he's a great signing, he's a top signing, and we have signing that we needed. However, let's be real. Dani Olmo is, I've already mentioned this, guys, he's an extremely injury prone player. And that really worries me as a Barca fan because what are we going to see? What are we going to see from Dani Olmo this season? Because we've had a lot of injuries, we've had a lot of issues with players like Pedri, with players like Gavi, with players like De Jong, all of these star players, and all of them keep getting injured all the time. And the reason why, for me, is because of all of the problems that we've had, basically with fitness. Like we've known for a long time when it comes to Barcelona, a big issue that the club has. It's how do I put it? It's the medical staff. Like there's a huge problem when it comes to Barcelona's medical staff because like we've had so many problems with injuries for so long. It's actually ridiculous. Let me hold on a second. So but yeah, basically this is for me what bothers me about this Dani Olmo because he's already had injury problems in the past. So what is going to happen if he gets another injury? When he comes back to the club, is he going to be the same injury prone player? We'll see, guys. But listen, guys, and next up, I would really like to talk about is, of course, this right here. Yeah, congratulations to Jordan Diaz, man. Congratulations. But this is what I need to talk about. My midfielder. Fucking, oh my goodness. Fermin Lopez finally gets it done. He finally wins his gold medal. And listen, guys, congratulations to Fermin Lopez. Give me a second, guys. Let me put it on the screen. Let me put it on the screen. We have here it is. And there it is. Kobashi, Fermin Lopez, and Eric Garcia win the gold medal for Spain. Congratulations to the Spanish national team. The Euros and the Olympics this summer. It's crazy right now, guys. Like it's a scary time. If you're anybody else, if you're Spanish, this is an amazing time because the amount of talent that Spain currently has, it's actually exciting. and especially if you're a Barcelona fan, like this is a very exciting time for us as a club because we have Furman, we have Casado coming up. We have players like Akubashi. Eddie Garcia is still in the team. We have players like what's his name? Yamal. How could I even forget about Yamal? We have players like Gavi, like Pedri. We have so many good, amazing young players right now in the Barca team right now that it is that the only way is up for me. I feel like we just need to bring in some few players to just add to what we have now, and we can do better. Now, speaking of other players, I would definitely be talking about it. Another player that I would like to talk about is obviously Nico Williams. Now, I already talked about this on my last Barcelona News Roundup, where I basically earlier this week we heard it's been confirmed that that he is not leaving. He is staying at Athletic Bilbao, and basically Barcelona, from what we've heard, is that Laporta apparently now is going to be the one to spearhead the deal. He's personally going to spearhead the deal. And from what we've also heard is that Barcelona might look for an alternative, which brings me to the next guy I want to talk about, which is Kingsley Coman. He is now the guy that everyone is looking at to be the replacement basically for flipping Nico Williams. So, according to 90 minutes. So basically, here it is. He said basically Barcelona have been infatuated with Spain international Nico Williams for the whole summer, but unlikely to sign the Athletic Bilbao, who won't budge over their youngster for the last few months. And basically, because of that, Barcelona are looking to basically look for another player to basically replace Nico Williams. Now, the player that they've chosen is Kingsley Coman. Now, what do I think about that? I think that Kingsley Coman, compared to what we have right now, is actually a very good player. But it's another thing I need to mention about Kingsley Coman, which is the same thing I mentioned about Danny Olmo, which is injuries, guys. He has a poor injury record at Bayern Munich. Like, I know he's had a lot of serious injuries recently, but on his day, he's actually an amazing winger. He's actually a very good winger. And apparently, we've been offered Kingsley Coman. Now, what do I personally think about us being offered Kingsley Coman? I think that it is a very good deal. As far as how do I put it? Basically, is Barcelona going to go in for him next summer? Like that's the only thing I feel like it depends on. It depends on what we're going to do next summer. Are we going to try and go for him, go for Nico Williams next season? So if that is the case, then I can see why maybe the club are deciding that okay, we might as well go in for an alternative, because right now our mid wing options is Yamal, Ferran Torres, who's not even a winger, flipping Rafinha, who's the most inconsistent player I've ever met, and Ansu Fati, who's basically an injury-prone player as well. So apart from Yamal, we are so short in options in the attack. This is ridiculous. Now, that is why for me, I feel like, okay, well, one thing I would say about Kingsley Coman is he is a natural left winger. He can play on both wings. And that is why for me, I feel like, okay, as a second option, I can see why. And listen, it's not going to be bad. And that depends also on how much Bayern Munich are going to ask for Kingsley Coman. So that is another thing I definitely need to definitely need to keep in mind when it comes to the situation with Kingsley Coman. But I just think that at this point we just need to basically just focus on trying to improve the team right now. That's what I think, because there's still a lot of issues. Like another thing I need to talk about. Let me show you guys 1 second. This is something else I want to show you. It's not because I remember how basically I've been talking about how we have a lot of issues at right back. Well, uh, here you go. Our options in the fullback positions have just gotten way worse, because look who is leaving, guys. This is the guy who, when I talked about us not having a right back, everybody was like, "Oh, we have Juan Araujo. We have Juan Araujo. How can you forget about Juan Araujo?" Well, look at this. Bournemouth are in advanced talks to sign Julian Araujo from Barcelona on a permanent transfer. deal worth 10 million euros, and Barcelona are basically asking for a sell-on clause, and there we flipping go. So apparently Barcelona are still thinking of Jacques Cancelo. Okay. So it is confirmed. It's confirmed, guys. Barcelona have officially have zero right backs. It's actually peak. It's actually peak now for Barcelona now. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, I'm actually like very curious now. Because if he leaves, does that mean now we're gonna go and basically buckle to City's offer? Because how much was City asking for Jacques Cancelo? I actually want to know. Let me check. How much was City asking for him? What is Jacques Cancelo's currently price tag right now? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. I think they were basically asking for 30 million. I could be wrong. I don't want to. Let me just check. Put in the chat, guys, if you guys know how much Barcelona were asking for. What's the name? City were asking for. So here it is. His current. Okay, so give me a second, guys. I'm about to pull it up. Look at this. Where is it? Here it is. And there. There it is. This is what he is worth, guys. 25 million. I think was basically from what I've heard is that apparently City are asking for 30. Now, considering how low we are at right backs, at this point, what are we gonna do? Beggars can be choosers because we need a right back. We officially need a right back. What are we gonna do? We need to. We have to sign him. We have no other choice. Lord Almighty. Um. This is not looking good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been trying to be very very patient when it comes to this situation, but this is ridiculous. Now, this is another thing I need to mention. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is basically the perfect analogy for Barcelona this season. Is he coming? Is he not coming? Is he coming? Is he not coming? Listen, guys. If he says he's staying, respect it. Like it's embarrassing for the club right now for us to be dilly-dallying over a player who's made it evident he doesn't want to leave this season. All right, he doesn't want to leave. Go sign another. Sign another winger. Like we have players like a Kingsley Coman who's basically been linked, and another player who I forgot was also being linked was flipping Chiesa from Juventus. Like that even confuses me because I know he's basically in the winner right now because Arsenal were also looking at him, but I'm just sitting here saying, listen, guys, we don't need a fancy winger. I get it. I understand why Barcelona are after Chiesa. I understand. I'm sorry, they're after Nico Williams. Nico Williams, his partnership with Jamin Yamal throughout the Euros, top, top, amazing. Like it was absolutely incredible. But what are we gonna do? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing as a club, guys? Like, look, guys, I'm gonna be very honest with you. A lot of people also have been talking to me about Dani Olmo recently. They've been telling me, well, maybe Barcelona are not gonna use him as a midfielder. Maybe they might use him as a left winger this season because we have a plethora of midfielders, even though most of them are injured. And because of that, a lot of people believe, listen, maybe it's possible that we might do something where we might play flipping what's his name? Uh what's his name again? Pedri as a number 10 and then basically play Dani Olmo in the left wing. Listen, guys, I'm gonna be very honest with you. If you play Danny Olmo in the left, you're just ruining him because his best position is around that 10 area. When he plays for Leipzig, his best performances has been on that left on the 10 area. And we know Hansi Flick plays number 10s. When he was at Bayern, he played the number 10. That's where he played players like Thomas Muller. That's where he played players like Musiala. He even like even in the German national team, that's how he played Musiala in the team. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, well, it's very evident to me that Danny Olmo is that kind of number 10 style of player. So if that is the case, then we have no choice. We actually need to go and sign a left winger. So that's why I'm looking at this Kingsley Coman deal and I'm telling myself, listen, it's not great. Like I understand it's not your first option, but you are low in options. There's nothing you can do. You can only get what you can get. It is what it is. It's part of the game, and that's how I look at it personally from a footballing side of view. Like we just have to just accept what we have and basically just move on from it. That's really it as a club. And basically, I've already mentioned Jacques Cancelo, where I basically said, listen, we need a right back, and Jacques Cancelo is not in Pep's plans. Like, has Jacques Cancelo even played in the preseason? Like, okay, so I think he didn't because I don't think he would have because obviously he played in the Euros, so I can see maybe why he didn't play. But tomorrow is the Community Shield. Do you guys think he's gonna play? I highly doubt it. I don't see it. I personally don't think he will. Like, it's actually like very peak for the club right now. It really is because we really need to really rebuild, guys. Like there's a lot of issues that we have, and I am very worried as a Barca fan. I'm not even gonna front because you're looking at Real Madrid, and I know we beat Real Madrid about last week, but guys, it was just preseason. Like, let's not joke ourselves. Last season, like, do you guys realize since 2017, we've beaten Real Madrid every single preseason? Preseason doesn't mean anything, guys. In the end, what matters is the league. When the league starts, and you can bet that they're definitely going to be a force this season. And what are we going to challenge them with? Because, like I said, we are weaker than we were last season. But listen, guys, on a positive note, like I said, I'm happy for a few of our players. One of them, obviously, being Fermin Lopez. And I need to talk about this kid, guys, because I know I've been talking about Coleman, about Omo, about all these other players. But I think it's time for us to start talking about something positive, guys. It's time for us to talk about this kid, bro. This kid, this kid. This kid is a joke. I'm not even joking, guys. This kid is incredible. He's like he's just on another level, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. One second. Oh man, I hate using this thing on my computer. It's so hmm. But yeah, Furman Lopez wins a gold medal. Now, this is what I need to talk about when it comes to this kid, guys. How many like what was his stats in this in the Olympics? Like he's definitely he's 100% been the best player in this Olympic Games. And not only has he been the best player in the Olympic Games, he's probably been the best player most you know what? Yeah, definitely. He's been the best player for us last season. Like he was very underrated for us last season, guys. He was. Like look at this, guys. This this is his stats, right? Look at this. Scored 2 goals today, scored one against Morocco, scored two against Japan, didn't score against Egypt, scored against Dominican Republic, and then didn't score against Philippine Uzbekistan. So basically his stats read Six goals. 6 goals in 7 games in the Olympic Games, guys. Absolutely top player. And he's another midfield option for Barca this season. Like, do you see how our midfield is looking right now? Like, this is why I guess a lot of people are saying, oh, well, maybe that's why Danny Olmo might be playing in the left because we have a plethora of midfielders. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Fermin Lopez, he's proved himself. He's proved that he needs to be in that first team for me. Next season, I want to see this guy. I need to see him. Like, Gavi's injury has put him down right now. Not gonna lie, this kid is levels. I'm not joking. Goal scoring midfielder. He's amazing passing. He's a top midfielder, and he's a goal scoring midfielder. Like I said, he's levels. He really is. Like this, and according and we've seen basically his opinions as far as like what he wants to do this season. He's basically made it very clear to the club and to everybody that needs to know that he plans on coming back straight to the team because this guy loves the club. And if you're looking at it now, like I said, these three guys are injured right now. So right now, this is who we have right now. And I guess Danny Olmo, but yeah, and Danny Olmo as well. But from what we know right now is this is what we have for our first game next week against Valencia. Like I understand, like Valencia are not they're not big dogs. They're not the Valencia of the past, but still, I need. I'm worried, guys. Like I'm worried that we might not sign any more players. And if this is how we're gonna start the season, it's peak for us. It really is. It's really peak for the club. If this is what we're challenging Real Madrid with. Like I understand, guys. Like people, a lot of people obviously troll, and some Barcelona fans will always say, "Yeah, but Omar, Barcelona don't have the money. Like we can't challenge like we used to in the past, and all of these stuff." Listen, I understand that, but I wanted to show you guys something. You see, when it comes to transfers, right? A lot of people have a lot of opinions when it comes to transfers and oh, how much did these guys spend on these players? Well, I want to show you this because this is something this is something that is very very evident. Our rivals Real Madrid, right? People don't realize this about Madrid. Madrid, just like Barcelona, also had issues when it came to finances in the pandemic. Not as bad as Barca, don't get it wrong, but they had their issues as well. And when they had their issues, what they did was they were very, very smart with the dealings that they made. They got rid of players, like selling players at the right time, and then bringing in players at a very, very good price. And also knowing the players to sign, which is very, very important. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to pull this. I'm trying to pull this up because it's basically. I want to show you guys like basically how Real Madrid signings have been going like for the last few seasons. Like how they've been so good in like getting players, and also what is so incredible about this club, and honestly like it kind of makes me a little envious. I'm not even gonna lie. It's because they've been very very careful with how they basically make make signings and the time to sell players. Okay, so I want to show you guys this, guys. This is what I wanted you guys to see. So this is what I wanted you guys to see. Look at this. So this is Real Madrid's current This is their transfer dealings so far, right? In the 24-25 season, right? Edric was for 47 million euros. You had Hosselu, who they signed and they sold for 1.5 million, sold him for 1.5 million. You had a player like Kylian Mbappe who came in for free. I know people are going to talk about, oh yeah, but he, they spend a lot of money on this and this and this. Listen, 1 second, miss me with that. But look at this. They sold Rafael Marin for 12 million, a player who was not going to get in the team for 12 million. They sold Nacho went for free, Antonio Cruz retired. So look at this. They spent 49 million on this. Now wages is another thing. But look at this. 13 million, right? All right, cool, 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 cool. This is their basically this is what they spent last season, right? 129 million on a Bellingham, Atargular, Frank Garcia, Arrizabalaga on a on a loan. You had Hustle coming on loan. He was amazing for them on loan. And you had Rafa Marin, who they sold this season. And guess what? They promoted him from the academy. And this was this was the departures. You had Blanco for 4 million, 3 million. Benzema left. Asensio left. Mariano Diaz left. Vallejo went on loan. Marine went on loan, and Rhino went on loan. This is basically their team last season, right? Now look at this. They had Chouameni come in on an 80 million. Rudiger came in for free. Rhino came back, and you had Blanco. But this is the two players that they signed in the 22-23 season, right? This one was 80 million. I got it. Barcelona spent 60 million on Danny Olmo. That's it, right? These guys got both Rudiger and Chouameni on 80 million. One of them was the cost. This is look at this. Look at in the 21-22 season, guys. They bought Kamavinga and Alaba on a poor package deal of 31 million. And then look at their departures in the 21-22 seasons, guys. They had 78 million in profit. Like this is my point when it comes to like they got rid of Varane, Odegaard, Brahim Diaz on loan. They got Sergio Ramos off, and what's his name? Victor Rusk and Kubo and all of these players. All of these guys left, and they made a profit. And if you look at and just compare that like to basically Barcelona ever since 2020, right? When was the last time Barcelona got in a player for free? It's not a rhetorical question. Like, who was the last player that Barcelona got in for free? Like, the answer is we haven't, guys. Like, hold on. Let me check. Let me double check because I want to make sure that I'm not tripping here. 1 second. Okay, so this is Barcelona's transfer dealings like since 2020, right? Okay, so far we've spent 57 million, guys. So basically, already we've spent more money than Madrid, right? But that's fine because we needed more players than they did, right? But we spent this money on two players, Dani Olmo and Pau Victor. And you look at the departures, we sold 18 million worth of player. We had Chadi Riyad, who was on loan at Real Betis last season. They bought him permanently. I think he's gone to Crystal Palace. I might be wrong, but he was linked to Crystal Palace. But Mark Guiu left. We had Pedriola, who's left also. Serginho Dest has left also. Oriol Romeu went back on loan, and both and um, Roberto and fucking Marcos Alonso both left as well. Like, look at this. And this is how much we spent. Lord mercy. We spent 40 million on Victor Roque, guys. We spent 40 million Victor Roque, a player that we're trying to get rid of right now. Like there are levels to this, guys. Like this is honestly embarrassing for my club. It really is. It really really is. Like we you have Real Madrid, right? Getting players like a Endrick, players like um Rodrigo, like a Vinicius, like all of these Brazilians, right? Who all came in for the same amount, very similar to what we spent on Victor Roque. Some of them, yeah, it took them years, but eventually they all came good. Big up, Sunshine. Big up, Sunshine. Ah, Sunshine. You know, Sunshine, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know you're watching, so I'm gonna say this to you, right? You and I, we are not so different when it comes to the season. Because as much as I have been trolling you, you know what I've been trolling. You know how I compare my trolling to you. It's kind of like how do you call it? Is it self healing? Is it basically self delusion? You know what I mean, right? Trying to tell yourself, hey, maybe if I talk about this person, maybe my problems will not be as bad as it seems. But the truth is, Sunshine, it speak for both of our teams. That's the truth. It really is. It's really peak for both of our clubs because you guys are playing City tomorrow, and I know that you and I are looking forward to that game. Trust me, I wouldn't either. I'll tell you one thing: if we approach this season, no, but it's a fact. It really is a fact. Unfortunately, when it comes to our clubs right now, no, I'm telling you, I understand it too. Like I get it because sometimes you know what it is. It's painful to think of. It really is. It's very painful to really think about like all of these stuff. You just want to just I don't want to talk about it. No. No. Hey Omar, how bad is your team? Oh, this is the best part that we do, right? I'm sure you do this a lot of the time because you like Madrid as well. You probably just say, "Oh yeah, let's holla Madrid and all these stuff." Yeah, I feel you. It's funny. Your defense is exactly what I think of my attack. I've seen your defensive line. I think I saw your. Hold on, let me pull up your tweet because I saw your tweet and I actually responded to your tweet, where basically you showed like the back line for the first game, and I'm sitting there like, good Lord Almighty. I think you said Shaw was injured, and who else? Who else is not in the team right now? Like I know you, I know Shaw. Like hold on, let me take a look. So okay, so Shasha, I know you're there, right? Apart from Shaw, who else is missing? Because I think Lissandro will be back, right? So Lissandro will be back. I think Lindelof is in the team. Is Maguire? Are those guys back in the team? Like I don't actually know because I think Flawless was basically alluding to it, basically. But this is unfortunately the problem. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So this is going to be your back line for the game against City. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So let me get this straight. He got rid of Varane. He got rid of Rafael Varane, World Cup winning Rafael. Oh, my bad. I mean, hey, listen. I think Flawless mentioned it where he basically said, well, he would like to see Amas get a chance. And hey, if I know one thing I can say to you is this, Sunshine. No, no, no. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. What I can say to you, Sunshine, is this. Yeah, I know what you mean. They're not playing. But one thing I can say to you, Sunshine, is sometimes injuries can be a blessings in disguise. Because I can tell you one thing: if there's one thing I've been sure of watching my team for the last few seasons is every time a player gets injured, a new player comes in and takes their place. I've just been talking about him. Fermin Lopez, you just saw you were watching the Olympics. Did you see how he was playing? He got into the team because Gavi got injured, and now look at him, another midfield option for us. Hey guys, listen. I know there's not a lot of people here, but listen, are you guys not entertained? Are you not entertained, guys? Smash the likes on the videos, guys. Come on. There we go. Yeah, you deserve this one. But this is unfortunately my position right now. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was worried about our midfield, but I'm looking at it now where I'm like, every midfield that I've seen so far in preseason, in the Olympics, and also in the Euros, especially now that we've also got Dani Olmo. One place I will not be worried about is midfield. Of course, of course, of course. You got to be modded in this channel. But unfortunately for me, I'm now at a position now where I'm like, okay, well, we have a lot of good midfielders. Okay, I feel like we need a winger because I'll be honest with you, right? I feel like I said, I just think that Dani Olmo is not going to be played well if he plays on the wings. I think that his best position is in that 10 area, and I feel like the kind of midfielder that he is, he would perform under a manager like Hansi Flick. And also, speaking of players that can perform under Hansi Flick, I just mentioned him, Fermin Lopez. This Olympics has really shown me that I think he will be a key player in the team next season because what he's shown us is that he's not afraid to shoot. This guy, his finishing is actually very, very good. I'll be honest, he's definitely a better finisher than most of our midfielders right now. He's the best finisher in all our midfielders. He's a better finisher than Pedri. He's a better finisher than Gavi. He's a better finisher than Gundogan, with respect to him. Yep. Yes, 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 yes. Sunshine. It starts next week. Next week. It started next week. And we're playing Valence. Oh, wait a minute. So we actually do have a game on Monday on a cup friendly against Monaco, but on the 17th. So 17th is it next week? Is it next? So is it next week? Yeah, I think it's next week Saturday, right? Yeah, I think it's got to be next week Saturday. But yeah, we're playing Valencia, and unfortunately, it's Valencia. We're playing Valencia on our opening game, and listen, it's Valencia are not good. I'm not really worried about them, but to be very honest with you, what I'm yeah, what I'm most worried about is our basically we have so many holes in our team right now. Like I know you're talking about your injuries, right? Unfortunately for injuries, players can always come back. That is the thing with injuries. However, my issue is this: I've already mentioned them. We've sold the only right back we actually had in the club to Bournemouth, Julian Araujo. He just left. And that means, yep. And well, that means that on our opening game, we're probably going to play Hector Fort or Jules Koundé on the right back position. And it really depends on if Jacques Cancelo plays tomorrow because I don't know if he's settled his issues with Pep. I don't think he has. I honestly think that when it comes to Jacques Cancelo, I don't think he wants to be a City anymore. And if that's the case, listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm not even saying that he's a top right back, but I'll say this about Jacques Cancelo. I think that Jacques Cancelo, for the kind of right back that he is, an attacking right back, I think he can do well under a manager like a Hansi Flick because Hansi Flick likes to play those attacking fullbacks. We saw it at Bayern Munich when he had Alphonso Davies. Like, look at how far Alphonso Davies used to go forward. Like, people never really talked about Alphonso Davies' defensive attributes. Everybody always talked about his attacking attributes. And one thing we know about Jacques Cancelo at City, especially at City when he used to play as a wing back, was considered the best fullback in the league at some point. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, Hansi Flick plays those kind of attacking fullbacks. I would like to see. I would like to see it, and it's very evident that he wants to come back. Let's sign him. Like I think City. What is City asking for? I think City asking for 30 million for him. Come on, like it's not rocket science. It really isn't. It's not hard at all. We can like it's worrisome for the club, but it's also like peak when it comes to Barca right now. And I'm looking at the season. I'm telling myself, listen, it's not as bad as it seems. Maybe we might be able to get some more players coming in soon, and who knows? Like I pray that we do have more players coming by the end of the summer. I really hope so. I really do. Ooh, man, oh man. Big up to everybody that's been here, who are still here. Remember, guys, like the videos, guys. Come on. Here we go again. 1 second. I want to pull something up right now. The Okay, so this is what Javi basically said about Fermin Lopez. He said, Fermin Lopez, I would take Fermin Lopez to work hardworking, committed, and professional. He's a treasure. He would no doubt be taking him to the national team. If I told him if he believes in it, he'll be at Barcelona for many years. I agree with this because one thing I've seen from this kid is that he's not afraid to go to play well, to do his thing. Like that's what I love about this kid. Like you can see whenever like he's playing, he has that passion, and I think that's why and that's why I really like him. And I'm like, listen, we just need to improve the team on other areas. But I think that right now, when it comes to midfield, we actually have a very very good midfield. I just feel like we need to just improve on the other areas in the team. Honestly, that's what I think. But yeah. But look, let me listen, guys. Before I do finish, right? This is what I wanted to mention because I know Sunshine was here earlier. But this is what I was talking about when it comes to Barcelona, right? Look at this. If you look at Barcelona right now, right? I was talking about like how much money we spend compared to Madrid. Madrid, yes, they've paid amount for certain players, but if you really, 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 really look at it at the club, if you really look at it, right? Like yeah, they usually if they spend like something over 50 to 60 million on a player, usually they will go and buy another player for another amount. You feel me? Right? Or maybe they will get a player like for free or something like that. But in our case, that is not the case, unfortunately, when it comes to us. It really isn't. It really isn't. And and as a Barca fan, it's very, very stressful to be honest, because what are we gonna do? That's what I really think. But listen, I know obviously this is a very, very different kind of video. I wanted to do a Barcelona news roundup this week to really go live and talk to Many people, fortunately, not a lot of people showed up. But listen, guys, the people that have been here, guys, listen, guys, I'm very very happy that all of you came in here to watch the videos today. And like I said, guys, listen, Danny Olmo, great signing. I think that he's going to be a top signing for us. I think we need to just improve on what we have when it comes to him. And we need to go and get us a winger. And listen, congratulations to Fermin Lopez, to Pao Kobashi, and finally, congratulations to my guy, uh, um, Eric Garcia. That's it. And as far as the Kingsley Coman deal is concerned, I think it's a very, very good deal for us. Let's see what happens with it. That's all I think. So listen, guys, thanks for being in this live, guys. Like the video, subscribe, and peace, you guys.